So I've been getting some questions about how to download this price data, and people were getting weird errors or they didn't think it looked quite right. So I want to walk you through it one more time just so you can sort of see. Essentially, you're going to click on this price.csv here. Depending on your computer and how it's set up, it may automatically download it to a downloads folder. On my computer, it prompts me and asks me where I'd like to save it. So I'll save it as price right here in this folder. But either way, it will probably pop up here in the bottom of your browser. If you click on it and open a .csv file in your browser, it can look a little terrifying. So let me just click on this and see if it'll open up in the browser for you to see. A CSV file, oh no, it does automatically prompt me to open it in Excel, but let's see if I can get it to open in a different area. So let's see, if I open up in an Excel, it'll look pretty normal, but if I open up in like a text edit file, or if it opens up in your browser, it's going to look something like this. And I think this can be a little bit terrifying for some people. They think that there's an error in how it was downloaded or something, and that's not the case. So CSV file stands for comma separated values. Okay, and so what it's going to do is it's going to take all of the data and separate it by commas. And so it sort of looks like this. If you open it up in Excel or something, it's going to look like this. And it sort of knows to recognize that in between each comma, that's sort of what separates the different columns. So if you open up price.csv in Excel, it will sort of format it like this. But if you open it up in your browser, or if your computer doesn't know to open it up and opens up in a text file, it's going to look like this. Both are fine. It's totally okay that the data looks like this. If it looks like this, you've done something right. Okay. The important thing is that you know where it's saved on your computer. So by default, it usually saves it into a downloads folder unless it's prompted you otherwise. So navigate to your downloads folder and see if you can see it sort of there. For me, I saved mine in my stat52 folder, so I can see it here. There's my price.csv file. And again, depending on whether I open it with Excel or whether I open it with one of my other, things here, it's going to look uglier or prettier, but it's still there. It's saved properly. The important thing is to go into StatKey. Open up StatKey. And if I go to one quantitative variable, and then you're going to upload a file, and then you're going to navigate to wherever on your computer it was saved. So again, mine's in my stat52 folder. Yours might be saved in a downloads folder or some other folder on your computer. If you're not sure, you could probably search for it in the top corner and search for price.csv and see if you can find out where it was saved. But again, I know where mine is. It's right here. So I'll click it. Okay. It may prompt and say that there's more than 10,000 cases. That's fine. StatKey is just sort of letting you know that it'll be slow or may not be able to do certain things, which is fine. So yes. And then from here, this is where you select the column that you're interested in your summary statistics. So I think in my example, we did the first column here. So November, I think this was 2010, don't quote me on that. And I think in the homework, I ask you for the last column, January 2017. So I'm going to select the first column here, November 2010. Okay. And then you can see here that it tells me the sample size, it tells me the mean, and it tells you the median. Those are the ones that we're looking at today. The next unit is going to talk about standard deviation. So more on that on the next unit.